hoping my boss doesn't catch me watching the live.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yes.
Oh, and Remembrance Day. I saw someone. Honestly, I wasn't either, but I saw. I think it was Pat commented. So, happy Veterans Day here in the States. Wanted to make sure that we definitely give a shout out to all of the veterans. And we were giggling before this. Sarah laughed out loud because someone said, from a cold Florida panhandle, we were like,
yes, Miss Jane.
We got
you
snow.
know who you are, Jane. It probably is actually cold there, but it just, whenever someone from Florida says it's cold, you know.
Yeah. Well,
it's cold. It's all relative. Though,
it is.
right?
It is. So we were laughing at the weather report because we saw someone say North Carolina was cold. It's cold here too.
Karen said she served 25 years in the Air Force. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Karen. We appreciate your sacrifice.
Yeah. Thanks for your service. That's awesome.
Oh, and someone loves my sweater.
Oh, yes. It jingles.
I don't know if they can hear that, but you don't want to see me jump around because it's kind of silly looking. But
and I borrowed her vest.
Yes, and this is also my vest.
I feel like I look like I work like somewhere, like a big box.
You
store.
Volunteer somewhere,
or a volunteer somewhere.
Little vest, like the employee vest. That's
right.
Cute.
So we wanted to dress in like some crazy Christmas clothes today because we're about to have some fun.
We are.
Yes, yes. I love all of the veteran shout outs. And a hubby. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, that's awesome. A court gesture. Yes. I don't know. So, and then I had to put this fun shirt under it. Why not? You know, why not? Cancun.
What in the heading? Don't come back, Gretchen. It's cold.
There's snow on the ground here, Gretchen. Don't do it. Stay in Cancun.
Stay another day.
Stay in Cancun. 73 in Texas. I love it.
And we have someone else who served in the Air Force 13 years.
Wow, that's cool.
Thank you.
Yes. No, this isn't ugly sweater day. I like this sweater. I'm just kidding. Yes, it is definitely crazy Christmas sweater day here. We're saying crazy because we feel like maybe we had this in like the 90s.
I probably wore that when to school or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel we didn't want to offend anyone. But yes, we're dressing a little crazy and Sarah has Christmas cats
Christmas kitties
with bells. So you're in for a treat today.
How many times am I going to do this today? There should be like a bet.
I don't know, but I'm here for it. So let's do it.
Oh, Susan, thank you for serving 26 years in the Army.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Man, that's so cool. Okay. Our volume is working here. So maybe I would tell you to check your computer, but you can't hear me. So I'm not sure, but it looks like everything is working on our end. Okay, so we are jumping into Reindeer Games today.
Yeah.
Super duper cute. Now, I will tell you the registration gift is available until 3 p.m. here in the East Coast. So that's an hour from now. So if you have not yet registered, Nina will drop the link so that you can get registered and get your hands on this adorable registration gift. Do you want to show this?
Yes.
Okay.
I was laughing because I couldn't read for a second and someone said, I can hear you. And I thought it said, I hate you.
Oh, geez.
Wow. Okay, what'd you do? Okay, sorry. Registration gift. I need to focus on.
Yes.
So just a cute little fun mug rug. You can do some stitch and flip here, which we're going to cover some stitch and flip today in our demo. But some stitch and flip and just some really cute snowflake quilting. And then obviously your cute little reindeer here on the side. Really easy. No stitching on your regular, sewing machine to finish it. It's all done in the hoop and then you just trim it up and turn it.
It's really cute.
Really simple, really cute.
Love that.
So and get your hands on that while you can.
Yeah, that's going to be closing after the live. You will not be able to get this for free. You'd have to buy it later. So what are you waiting for? If you haven't registered, I see Nina drop in that link. So make sure you go to the website, pop your email in, and we will get that sent to your email. Okay. This is something fun that we decided to do too.
This was fun.
And leading up to this workshop, we posted this in our VIP Facebook group. By the way, if you're not in that group, what are you waiting for there too? It's so much fun. We have so much fun. And anyways, I had this cute little idea to make a challenge checklist where you register, you make the freebie, you wear your crazy Christmas sweater, and we had a hide and seek on the website. And did anyone participate? I actually have a couple shout outs of participants that I've added, and I thought these were amazing. And I actually did see too a couple more after I made this slide. So I didn't get everyone in this slide, but I really appreciate you guys having fun with us in that group. And in fact, Loretta Penny there is our $25 store credit challenge winner.
Awesome. Congratulations, Loretta.
And Loretta, that's already in your account. Nina has already taken care of you. And then Joni Sanderson participated. Pam Kunzelman participated. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering names. Diana Story Wolf participated, and so did Hope Hart Fry. And I know there were others. Okay.
That's amazing.
But
can I give a special shout out to Diana? We're like crazy Christmas sweater sisters.
Yes.
We both have our crazy cats with a jingle bell on it.
Yes.
So awesome sweaters you guys posted. I love it.
Okay. So Loretta, Nina has put $25 in Hoop Sisters store credit. Thanks for participating. And then the other 4 people on the screen, we put $5 in store credit.
Awesome.
We were only going to do one giveaway, but we liked that you guys were up for having fun with us, and we appreciate that. So that was something I wanted to make sure that we touched on too. I have a tickle in my throat this afternoon.
Can I take this one?
Yeah.
You need me to?
Go ahead.
Okay. And then as always, we have full service support. So your customer experience manager, Nina Gladden. Say hello to Nina, everyone. She is in the comments chatting with you guys, answering questions as she can, and just having fun alongside us. If you throughout the day have any questions that are specific to your cart, your account, anything that's really specific, feel free to reach out to her. You can see our phone numbers right there, 866-497-4068. Or as always, you can reach her at nina@hoopsisters.com. All
right. Then the other thing, real quick, I'm going to do a couple more shout outs to veterans. This was Pat's comment that reminded me that it is Remembrance Day in Canada as well. And then Debbie said her husband received the silver star in Vietnam. So
thank you to him, Debbie.
Yes. And then also we have this comment, Sarah.
Thank you, Jennifer. Tell your husband we said thank you.
That's fantastic.
And then Kathy served 7.25 years with disability.
That's amazing. Thank you guys for your service and your husband's service.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the deal. One of the things in that checklist that I just mentioned was, where's the reindeer? Did you guys find the reindeer? I did see a couple.
I see some comments. You guys know where it is.
Couple comments. And this, we've already picked our winner and all that stuff. That was just for fun. And we've actually thrown in a couple $5 store credits too. But let us know in the comments if you were able to find the hidden reindeer. And if so, where was it?
I found it.
Good job, Sarah. Good job. Here's a couple more shout outs to veterans too. Okay. Awesome.
Lots of veterans in the comments, or lots of people who are married to veterans. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Okay. All right. So today what we're going to do is reveal a brand new design. It's super fun. We're having a lot of fun with this.
Yes.
In fact, I was bummed I couldn't find us some antler headband.
We should have before tomorrow.
Oh, that could work.
Don't run up to Walmart in your vest.
They might try to give me a job. Okay, so we're going to show you this design in just a minute. Sarah, you're also doing something at the machine.
Yes, I am. I'm going to stitch out one of the blocks. So we'll talk a little bit more about the method to create one of the blocks. It's that stitch and flip method. We'll dive into that and we'll do that block step by step.
Okay, cool. All right. You guys want to see this thing? Oh, the other thing I'll mention is not only did we just give Loretta Penny $25 in Hoop Sisters store credit, and her friends along the way that were participating got $5 in Hoop Sisters store credit, we are also going to give away $50 to somebody on the live today.
So cool.
Yeah. So all you need to do is comment the word deer. And I mean like reindeer, not like Oh, honey, dear. 2 E's, and you will get entered to win, and we will draw that winner here at the end. Okay, Sarah, how do you want to reveal this?
Let's hold it up and then we'll show it under the close-up cam. How about that?
Let's do it. Which one do you want?
I don't know.
Do you want the
What do you
baby
think?
or the mommy?
Let's do the big one. Let's do the mommy. They're the same. We just have 2 different sizes here. So we're going to hold up the big one first.
Okay.
So this is Reindeer Games. Oh, we need to. Oh, there we go. So this is Reindeer Games. Super cute, super simple, quick to stitch. But
yes.
I love the quilting in this
one.
Yeah.
The
quilting makes a big impact. You'll see it a little better once it's under the camera. But so you have 2 basic blocks in this one. You've got your tree block. This is what we're going to stitch today. And then you have your reindeer block. You can see our reindeer in the center. It was Rudolph. He has to be Rudolph, right? Mm-hmm. I think he does, but you could do whatever you want with the noses. Lots of options here, but these are your 2 main blocks. And then obviously your border blocks to frame it out.
We got to show this close up.
Yes. Really pretty snowflake quilting on here that really pops.
Look how pretty that is.
Can you see those snowflakes? Aren't they so stinking cute?
I love them.
And then he's kind of a blushing reindeer. He's really cute. I love his antlers. I'm going to move up to Rudolph right here.
Oh, I love Rudolph.
So Rudolph is the same block as our other reindeer here. He just has that classic red nose. And then the snowflake quilting is echoed along your border blocks as well. And let's put that little one under here too.
Yeah. And I feel like you guys are not, one of our friends, Deb Randall, popped in today and she said, it just doesn't show up as good on camera as it does in person. And you guys know that if you've made any of these.
If you stitch something. Yeah. But this one, we can just get a little bit more on camera. So again, 2 different size blocks. And that big block is big.
Yeah, it is.
It is so fun, though. It's very fun. I think you probably have sizing next that we'll share. But there's your small one.
What I love about it is it's a fast project.
Oh, yes.
So it's easy to get it done, whether you're doing the big one or the small one. Are you showing something else
I was just
under
going to
there?
pop this one back under. I do think quilting shows. So in our sample here, we did not use the additional wool batting. In our large sample, we did use it. I do think that this design in particular, because you kind of have the larger format quilting and the larger applique, larger tree, I do think it lends itself really well to using that additional wool batting, especially in the larger one. But even in the small one, I think it makes a big impact. Your quilting just really, really pops with that wool batting too.
It's so cute. All right. So Sarah mentioned sizing. So let's talk about that. Sarah, why don't you talk about that?
Yeah. So there's a small and a large size, obviously. Small size, you need about a 5x7 hoop to be able to fit that in. And then the large size, you need about I'll tell you the file size. It's 7.9 by 11.12. So you need a hoop that can fit that to do the large size. Most of you probably have that 5x7 hoop to fit the smaller size. So if you have that, you can at least stitch one of the sizes. And then you can see approximate finish sizes here on the screen. The small one will stitch up to be about 19 3/4 by 25 3/4. And the large one is about 31 3/4 by 41 1/2. This one, if you get a little creative with layout too, you could make it a lot bigger. You could make it smaller. You could do different things with it. You could make it a table runner. There's endless things that you could do with this one. So really, really fun. Just $45 for the design. And those of you that have been around, you didn't do the 5s and the 1s and the 2s.
Oh, I didn't.
Anyway,
I was too distracted by Veterans Day and our sweaters and the.
But those of you who have been around a lot, you guys know this. But if you're new here, you might not know the quilting that we were talking about. That snowflake quilting is included with the design files.
Yep. So that's fantastic. This is also, I've been asking the girls for like 6 months, is this beginner friendly? Can I safely say this is beginner friendly? So
100%.
And she gave me that answer. And so now you see the little badge on there too. So
Karen said sold.
It'd be a great first time sister project.
Oh, look, Maureen put a number 2 in the comments. She knows what she's doing.
Go ahead, ask them.
Oh gosh, am I going to say this right? So normally what Aubrey does at the beginning of all of our lives, again, we were distracted by thanking all of our veterans.
I was distracted by the bells on your cat.
Keep jingling. I don't know if you can hear But what Aubrey typically does at the beginning of every single live is she says, if you're new around here, put a 1 in the comments. We always like to say hello to our brand new friends. And then, of course, if you've been around before, you know what you're doing and you're already putting a number 2 in the comments. We love to say hello to you guys as well.
Yes.
You say 5 too sometimes. I don't know what the 5 is. I don't remember that.
So sometimes on day 2, I say, did you see yesterday?
Okay, we'll do that tomorrow.
Sometimes I just make numbers up. So you never know what you're going to get.
I'd make it up and then I would forget what I made it up for. So I'm happy you do it.
I've done that before too. So, okay. So here's the deal. If you guys know how this works, you can definitely head over to the website. You can get an order placed. We'll have Nina drop the order link. If you're new, hang around. I will tell you all of the details. But I will tell you guys, I'm going to give you this plug in advance. There's no bonus this time, but you will be earning points on customer loyalty. So it's a little bit different this time, but we're going to have Sarah head over to the machine and
I'm going to start right here. Yeah, I'm doing it a little bit different this time. There was one thing I wanted to note. So I should tell you what we're stitching. I think I did. But in case I didn't, or if you just hopped on, here's Reindeer Games, brand new design, right? We're going to stitch out the tree block. This is such a simple block. Extremely beginner friendly, I would say, super simple. So we're going to stitch out this tree block. But before we go to the machine, I wanted to talk a little bit about cutting your fabric to prepare it. So here's our supply list. You can see right here. This is our background fabric section. So this will tell you exactly how to cut your background fabric. And what it says, you can see there's kind of 2 different areas of wording right here and diagrams. You need to cut 2 4-inch by 9-inch. And by the way, I'm stitching out the small block here. So 2 4-inch by 9-inch rectangles. And then it tells you to cut in half on diagonal from top left to bottom right and label these A. So that's what I have right here. And I did it in white, and we've got a white background, but we're going with it, you know,
because it's pretty.
So here's my here's my rectangle. I cut from top left to bottom right at an angle, and I labeled both of these A. And I just use a friction pen to do that, so it'll iron right off. You can use whatever pen is best for you, or if you just like to use a scrap piece of paper and pin it to it, we're going to label those A. And then down here, it says I need 2 more rectangles that are 4 inches by 9 inches. And we're going to cut those in half from top right to bottom left. So again, I already did that. So top right to bottom left. And the reason that we're kind of cutting these in half different is because these are what is going to frame out our Christmas tree. See how it kind of frames that out? So we have to get a different angle on our rectangles. So make sure that you're just following these and you're labeling those appropriately. And once you do that, then you can grab your pieces. I'm going to grab an A piece and a B piece, as well as my tree fabric. And then I'm going to head over to the machine. You want to follow me over here, Aubrey?
Yep.
Okay. So we're over at the machine. I did a couple steps already. So let's walk through it. Okay, so first step, we're going to hoop our battleizer. Battleizer is our batting and stabilizer combination. So it's just one product in our hoop. It's kind of like a batting with the scrim of the stabilizer on the back of it. And you can even kind of see that scrim. And if you really like dig at the corner, you can peel it apart a little. Let me see if I can do that on this one. So I can peel it apart a little. See, this is the scrim of the stabilizer. There's my batting, just one product I'm putting in my hoop. And then for step 1, I'm using a water-soluble thread in my needle and I'm stitching the placement stitch. So step 1, just stitched kind of the outline of my block. Step 2, I'm skipping for this one. Step 2, you can add some additional wool batting if you want some extra loft in your block. You just want to prepare it by cutting it to the appropriate size. And then press the edges, about 1/4 inch in. It'll give it a nice flat surface. Versus if I hadn't pressed this, it would be anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick. They're quite thick. So just press that to prepare it. And then for step 2, you would just align it inside of your placement stitch and then tack that down. And that is all digitized right into the pattern itself. Now we're going to move on to step 3. I also did this a little bit ahead of time, and I do want to point out I have a green thread in my needle, and I'm telling you to use water-soluble thread for these steps. There are a few reasons to use water-soluble thread. One of those, honestly, would be that you don't have to change your thread with each step that you're doing. I don't want to rethread my needle a bunch of times. You guys probably don't either. So I just like to keep that water-soluble thread in there. And then there's another reason that we'll get to a little bit later, but that just has to do with what shows once you join your blocks. So just follow those instructions, put that water-soluble thread in your needle, and then on step 3, that water-soluble thread will stitch your pattern in your block. So here's our tree, stitched our pattern, and then we're moving right along to step 4. This is where we're going to take our tree fabric. So this is my green fabric, and I'm just going to align that over the placement stitch. I like to peek underneath each of the edges, make sure it's covering nicely, and then still with a water-soluble thread, we're going to sew our tack down. Okay, now before we move on to our next step, we want to trim our fabric a little. I'm just going to use my hoop scissors minis. We also have the regular size hoop scissors. If you have those as well, you can use those for this step. We're not going to trim close to our tack down stitching, but we're going to trim about a scant 1/4 inch from that tack down stitching, only on the inside edges of our block. So I'll show you where that is. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because for the next steps, your seams are all digitized to stitch exactly where they should.
Did you talk about what's in the bobbin?
Oh, not yet. Did you star one about the bobbin?
Yeah, 2 people
Okay.
asked.
Okay, so when you are using water-soluble thread, you're just placing that in your needle. You don't have to put that in your bobbin, just in your needle, and then you just have an embroidery bobbin thread in your bobbin. So I like to use the pre-wound bobbins for my machine, and I just pop those in the bobbin, and I don't change that with each of the steps. So no need to put that water-soluble thread in the bobbin. Okay. So I trimmed my fabric a scant 1/4 inch from the tack down stitches on the inside edges of my block. I leave all this fabric on the outside. This is my outside edge. Remember that step 1 kind of stitched around the perimeter of my block? So I'm going to leave this on the outside edge. This is where our seam allowance will be, and we'll trim this once we're done stitching our block. So now we're on step 5, and this is where my instructions say place background fabric, label A, right side down. Your raw edges are approximately even with the tree fabric. So I'm happy that I labeled these. There's my little label up there. I'm going to place this right side down. My raw edge of my white background fabric is going to be approximately even with my tree fabric. And you can, see how my tree fabric is a little bit darker than my background fabric because I've just got a white fabric. You might want to overlap a little bit. So maybe your white fabric is overlapping your darker fabric a little bit. I would try to make sure that it's at least even with my raw edges though, because this might show through once I flip this right side up. So I've got that placed, and then with a neutral colored thread. So I'd recommend maybe a white thread for this step. We're going to go ahead and sew our seam. Okay, so now for step 6, we're going to take our fabric and flip that right side up. We're going to finger press and smooth out our fabric. And now on step 6, we're going to go ahead and take our background fabric that we labeled B, and we're going to align this one right side down, raw edges approximately even with your tree fabric, or maybe even overlapping it a little bit. And we'll sew the seam on this side. Okay, now we're going to take that B fabric, turn it right side up, finger press it smooth. Make sure everything is laying really nice, because for this next step, we are going to put a water-soluble thread back in our needle. We're not changing the embroidery bobbin thread. That can stay in there. Just a water-soluble thread in the needle. And now we're going to tack down our fabric around the edges of our block. Now I'm going to keep this green thread in here just so that you guys can see it nicely on camera. But a water-soluble thread would blend right in. And obviously it's water-soluble, so it can wash away. Okay, we're on our last step already. This is such a quick block to stitch. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change my thread to a thread that I want to use for quilting. And in this case, I'm just going to pick a white thread. And now we can do this quilting step. This is where it's going to stitch all those really pretty snowflakes. Oh, Diana said she's never used water-soluble thread. So Diana, the biggest reason why we use it, obviously it's easier because you don't have to change the thread in your needle with each step you're doing so that it matches your fabric. But the biggest reason that we really use it is the tack down step that we did before this. So that green thread that you can see right there on that white fabric. When it's water soluble and you join your blocks together along that basting stitch, if you don't catch it perfectly, then you can just wash that basting stitch away after your blocks are joined. So it's really awesome. Gives you your product, your end sample. So your Reindeer Games, if you're making that, let's say, just looks a lot cleaner if you use that, because those can just wash right away. Linda said an icy blue thread for snowflakes would be so pretty, and I agree, it would be. And Kathy said, once you use water-soluble thread for the first time, you will be hooked. I use it for so many projects. That's awesome. So Linda McMaster said, I'm guessing directional wouldn't be a good choice for A and B. I probably would stay away from a directional one for this one, just because of how you're cutting your fabric and then laying it there. I think you'd probably end up with a lot of scrap fabric, if I may, that you wouldn't be able to use in this block. Oh, Allison said no water on it to thread the needle. Yeah, you might not want to lick it. Oh, Marina said she's new to Hoop Sisters. Can you explain Battleizer? Yeah, so Battleizer, one moment. Battleizer is a batting and stabilizer combination product. So it's just one product that you put in your hoop versus like a stabilizer and then a batting over the top of it. So what it really is it's the scrim of the stabilizer that's going to provide support for your stitching. And then it's the batting. And they are together in one product. So if you can see this here, Marina, here's your batting. And then I kind of picked at the edge to separate the scrim. Obviously, you're not going to do this necessarily all the time, but you really have to pick at that corner, and then that scrim can come apart. And it's nice because you're just hooping one product as opposed to two. And then any of the scraps that you get with it, you can franken that together and then re-hoop the product to stitch another block onto. And then Beth said, do you have to use water-soluble thread? I wouldn't say you have to do anything, Beth. You don't have to. It's what we recommend. It's what we'll recommend to you in our instructions because it's what we use. I think if you don't want to use water-soluble thread for whatever reason, you could give it a try with a thread that matches your fabric would be your best bet. Okay, I'm going to come over to that other camera, Aubrey, and I'll show them our block over here. Okay, so here is our finished block. So if you have an embroidery machine and you have never done quilt in the hoop or anything like this is a great starting point.
I feel like that was so easy.
It's so easy. Aubrey could do it. That's our tagline today. Aubrey's my sister, for those of you who don't know, so I'm allowed to give her grief.
I could do it.
But just beautiful quilting. And like Deb told us earlier, it does not do it justice on camera. It's so stinking cute in person. But the next step would be to trim your block, right? So can you hand me that? I just want to show them real quick.
Oh,
I'm not going to do it. But
you can do it.
I'm
You just have to redo it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys the trimmer by George. Because what this is going to do is this is going to allow you to trim your block, trim away that battleizer right up to the basting stitch, but it's going to protect the front of your block. So it's kind of like an acrylic ruler with this secret little crimped metal edge on there that protects your block while you trim. So now you got to come back tomorrow and watch me trim it.
Pat wants me to stitch it.
Pat does?
Maybe I should stitch the deer. The deer is going to be a little bit more steps probably.
You can do it. The deer might be maybe a step or two more, but it's just as simple to do. It's just an applique deer. It's just as simple to do.
There you go. There you have it.
Yeah, I agree, Pat. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I can talk her into it.
I mean, I'm game as long as someone's standing here to tell me when I mess something up, which is highly possible.
I like to say if you can thread the machine, we might need to teach you that step. But if you can thread the machine, you can do this.
Seriously, that's the problem is I'm not familiar with the machine. I could tell you all the steps because I listen to you guys all the time. And I'm like, oh yeah, you do this, that, and the other thing. But knowing how to use the machine.
Diane has the trimmer by George and hasn't used it yet. We'll come back tomorrow, Diane. Maybe
we'll show you how to use it
block tonight and then come back tomorrow and we'll show you how to use it. We'll walk through it with you.
I feel like I definitely know how to use the trimmer.
Oh yeah.
Like I can do that demo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. So that's the demo part of today. If you see any comments that you want us to talk about.
I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
And I'll tag some.
All right. Jingle all the way.
Okay, I'm over here. You can't hear me.
All right. So we also, of course, we had to put fabric kits together, right? Now, I'm going to tell you guys, the quantity of fabric kits is low. So going into this, we have already double checked with the manufacturer and we have plans to do a back order. Now, if we do the back order, anything is possible. And the fabrics may be slightly different in a couple spots, but the general overall look of it is going to be the same. So there are currently fabric kits. When they sell out, because I know that they're going to, we're going to put a different back order fabric kit product up on the website. And then you can decide if you want to order the back order one after they sell out, then you can. Sarah is estimating that the back orders will ship the week of December 1st. So I'm going to repeat this again. There's currently fabric kits in stock for $42. They're amazing. They're Moda, Poppy Cotton, and Michael Miller. In fact, I'm going to show this over on this camera because they're so pretty. And I want to say, I kept calling it Poppy Cotton the other day. I think it's Moda.
It's mostly Moda.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to show this over here because it's really pretty. So here is our fabric. And you can see that on the trees and the border, she used this like speckled fabric, which I think is really pretty.
That's in the kit. Also, we had to have a Rudolph red nose, right? Which this is the Poppy Cotton Country Confetti. And then the black we had, I think was on the noses. I don't know where the quilt went.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's over here.
So the different noses are this black color. And then, of course, we have the deer, the reindeer part of it is a Moda grunge. That's really pretty. I'm going to mess this all up. But look how pretty that is. So that's your reindeer. And I believe typically it does not include backing. Right. So does not include backing. Man, it's so pretty. Like even this one, if you can see that on camera, isn't really a true, solid. It's got some speckles and different things in it
That
too.
is Moda's thatched.
Thatched. Okay. Okay. And then of course, Sarah, it's like Sarah kit. So there's definitely some white in there too. But even the white, you guys, has, can you see it? It has like white on white. They're actually like little X's.
They're really cute and really subtle.
I don't know if it's showing up as wonderful on camera as it is in person, but so $42 for the kit. And like I said, I anticipate these are going to sell out pretty quick based on the quantity that we have in stock, but we are prepared to do some back order kits if the need arises. But I wouldn't wait. If you love this and you know what we do around here, then these are going to probably go pretty quickly. But we do have that available at the website, and we'll have Nina drop the link so that you can figure out where all this stuff is on the website. Okay, so when we do workshops, we also like to give you a little bit of a price break when you order 2 or more things the days of the workshop. So today and tomorrow, so Wednesday, November 12th at midnight, everything I'm about to say is going to go away. It's like the Cinderella, glass slipper situation. So don't wait for sure. So the Reindeer Games design, you can get that on USB shipped to you, or you can get it as a digital download. Either way you go, it's $45. It includes the beautiful snowflake quilting that you saw Sarah stitch out today too. So $45 for that. Now, if you decide, you know what, I think I want some battleizer, or I want to get that trimmer, or I even want to get the fabric kit while they're in stock, or whether or not they go to back order, you would actually save 10% on your order just by adding 2 or more items to your cart from the new arrivals category. So if you're looking to save 10%, that's a great way to do it. On that new arrivals page, there will be a couple exclusions, things like the wool, any kind of thread, strip stick, products that really are not Hoop Sisters products, but we do love them and recommend them and sell them. So a couple exclusions in there, but the Hoop Sisters tools and designs, those are definitely part of the add to, get 2 or more and get 10% off your order. The other thing that we have going on that is always really fun is free shipping within the contiguous US. So if your order is shipping within the US and your subtotal, your cart total hits $99 or more after all your discounts have been taken out, you're going to get free shipping. So that's great too. All that expires tomorrow, Wednesday, November 12th at midnight. Okay. So just know that. Okay. I'm to the live giveaway already. We went too fast.
We did go fast.
You need to do something else.
What else do you want me to dance?
I don't know.
You don't want that.
No, then you'll just jingle and we don't need all that. Okay. So now we're up to the point where we're already ready for the live giveaway. Like, this is crazy. We're speed demons today. I think that just goes to show how quick this design will come together. When we're done this early, it's usually a good sign that it's a quick stitch out. So we're about to do the live giveaway. Sorry, I'm coughing. If you type the word deer in the comments, whether you're joining us on YouTube or Facebook, and you just have to be live, type the word deer and it will enter you into the drawing that I'm about to do. Okay. I definitely see some comments coming in. Love giveaways. I know it was too fast. I don't know what happened today. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Maybe. Nope. It's not working today.
It's not working today. Okay, I'm just going to have to pick a winner. Sarah, scroll through there
Okay.
and pick a winner
Okay.
because my giveaway is not working.
Here we go.
Okay. There you have it. That's easy too. She's live and she commented here. I know. Okay, so Lisa Bailey Burke, you're the winner today by random click. You are the winner today. So Lisa, what we are going to want you to do is get a hold of Nina via email and let her know that you were the giveaway winner today. And she will get $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit added to your account. Okay. All right. What are we doing tomorrow, Sarah? And I know we have questions too that we've started, and we are going to answer those.
Yep. So tomorrow we're going to walk through how to use that trimmer by George. I saw there might have been another comment too, but Ruth also commented that she has the trimmer and has never used it.
Okay.
So Ruth, you're going to have to come back tomorrow too, and we'll trim our block up with the trimmer by George. And then we're going to walk through the anchor point pinning technique on how to join your blocks together. Because at the end of the day, we want you guys to be really confident with the product that you're getting and that you can confidently join the blocks together, trim them, stitch them, all those things. So
yes, I love it. Okay. All right. So we're going to transition into question and answer. We've starred some different comments throughout the live that Sarah's going to take a stab at answering.
how to take a stab at it.
She's going to know. She's going to know.
I mean, I might take a stab. I don't know. We'll see.
And if Nina, if you could drop that registration link, because that's also ending here in the next 20 minutes. So if you have not gotten your hands on, maybe if my mouse would get me over there. If you have not gotten this, you just have to register for it and it'll go to your email. That's ending in 20 minutes. So we'll have Nina drop the link on our website so that you can do that as well.
No pressure.
Okay, Sarah. Where's my, all right.
Okay.
We just go down the line?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So Creative Notions wanted to know, do you need to pre-wash the fabric? No, we don't pre-wash our fabric. I don't think you need to. They're really great. They're really great.
I told you she was going to take a stab at it.
They are really great quality fabrics. We don't find the need to pre-wash them. They won't bleed or anything like that, or shrink up or anything. So no, I don't think you need to.
Okay. I think Winnie should do this and then post it so we know.
So what would it look like to use red thread for, so like the snowflake quilting? Okay, you could yeah, I agree. Give it a try, Winnie. Try it on a block and see what you think about it. I think it'd be fun. It's always fun to see the different variations that people come up with, and how different designs look just with different colors. So yeah.
All right.
Once you use Battleizer, you won't use anything else. That's right, Deb. And Deb knows.
Deb knows.
Deb knows. She uses Battleizer a lot.
By the bag full. Wink, wink. She knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Sarah, answer this one.
Lindsay wants to know, what is that quilt behind you? So this quilt right back here is Mugs and Mittens. It's called Mugs and Mittens. And I think it's in that new arrivals category.
Mm-hmm.
So it would qualify for that 10% off promotion that Aubrey was talking about.
Really cute. Okay. Where was the reindeer? You didn't see the reindeer?
Oh, no.
We'll show you again. We'll show you again. Oops. Nope. Sorry. I'm getting click happy. Let me get you the camera.
Here's your little reindeer. This is Reindeer Games. Cute little applique reindeer. And then, of course, Rudolph right in the center. So there he is. He's a cutie.
He is really cute. Okay.
So Candace said, all new Hoop Sisters need to add the trimmer to their cart. That's right. I agree, Candace, but I'm a little biased. And don't forget the Battleizer too. Yes, purchases you will never regret. Thank you, Candace. And Kathy said, if you follow the directions step by step, you can sew it just perfectly. That's awesome. Kathy has done a lot of Hoop Sisters too, so she knows. She knows.
Is shipping combined for both days? So if you order something tomorrow, it's probably going to ship separate, and you would be charged shipping if it doesn't hit the $99. I would encourage you If you're thinking maybe you might order something today and something tomorrow, just wait and combine it is what I would do. That way maybe you're getting to the free shipping threshold and your order will ship all together in one. Okay. All right. What about this one?
So Sandra wants to know, can you show the fabric sheet if I want to buy my own fabric? So Aubrey, I always forget the answer to this. Do we post this in the VIP group on Facebook?
So usually we don't put the fabric and thread key, but we will share the colors. I think she's talking about
So we can.
I could just have her email Nina.
Yeah, if you want this, Nina can give that to you.
Yeah, just email Nina and she can send that to you, and then you'll know exactly what the fabrics are. Okay. Sorry, I'm clicking everywhere. Over here. Okay.
So Paula asked, why are there two different green fabrics in the pack? So good question. So I will tell you, they are pretty dang similar. They're the same color. This is Moda's thatched line, and this is their Dottie thatched line. Same exact base color on both of these. This one just has the little white dots. And the only reason for that is because we decided to use thatched for your binding. So it's just in the binding on this one. I will tell you, if you decide to go with a back order kit, should our already prepared kits sell out, I do believe that there will not be any Dottie thatched. It will just be their thatched. So just a heads up on that.
Okay. All right. We already answered that. Sarah, do you know this?
Will your designs work with multi-needle machines? I'm not familiar with multi-needle machines, but I do believe that they will. Margaret, if Annie is watching, go ahead and correct me in the comments, please, if I am wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're right. We don't use them, but
that's right. I would not know what to do with them.
Donna, do you need to download it right away?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They will probably need to put in their manual needle stops, and they'll know how to
manual needle. Okay, so if you have a multi-needle, you might need to put in your manual needle stops. And Annie says you will know how to do that because I won't.
I definitely won't. Okay, Donna, actually, if you order the download, it'll be in your account until the end of time. So you do not need to download right away.
And you can download it. We don't limit the number of times that you can download it either. So if you need to download it 20 times, you go for it.
Okay. I don't know.
Will
maybe
the
you
fabric kit make two smaller designs? That is a great question. I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. Maybe I'll be able to answer that. Maybe I can do a little homework tonight and then answer that during our live tomorrow. But you would definitely be able to stitch more than just the blocks that you see in the layout, especially since the fabric kit was curated for the larger wall hanging, and the larger one's quite a bit larger. So you're quite a bit larger. Getting more fabric than you need for the small one, and you could stitch more blocks than you see.
All right. I just also wanted to say thank you to a couple people in there. Yes, and then check out Denise.
Denise just bought the pattern fabric kit and battleizer to get me to free shipping. Well, thank you, Denise. We so appreciate your support. I hope you have a lot of fun stitching it.
Yes. Too. Okay. All right. So that's what we have for you today. Now, tomorrow we're coming back. Sarah's going to trim up the block with the trimmer by George. You're also going to show the pin, trim, and join technique, like all that stuff, how to put it together. But if you need any help in the meantime, maybe you didn't get your registration gift or something and your cart isn't looking quite how you thought it would, just reach out to us. We can help you more one-on-one and get you all taken care of. Nina's information is right there on the screen. And the phone usually gets busy after these lives. So definitely get a hold of her because we can help you. So, all right. We hope you guys have fun shopping. We'll drop that order link one more time. And again, the fabric kits are going to sell out at some point. We are prepared to do a back order on those. But if you really know you want it and you don't want to have to wait for that back order to ship, I would suggest you get your order in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we wearing tomorrow?
I don't know. You know what? I do know. It's right over there.
Oh, okay.
It's another Christmas sweater.
Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, there was 2 sizes. Let me answer this real quick. In fact, I'm going to switch screens so that I don't make you guys car sick. And I will pop that sizing up here one more time. And there are, like you said, Sarah, they're quite a bit different. There's a big difference in the sizing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. There is the small size and the large size. Your small, you're going to need a hoop that can do a 4.92 inches by 6.91. And the large, you're going to need a hoop that can fit a 7.9 inch by 11.12 inch. So there you go. And if you're having any troubles, just reach out to Nina and she will get you all taken care of. And I think that's it. I think we did it.
We did it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.